Welcome back, everybody, to some more EU4 with me, Daniel, from Dan Has Fun. You may notice, if you watched the last episode, that the screen looks a little bit different. So I've made two changes between EU4 episodes. One is a mod pack that just changes the aesthetic of the screen. I think it looks a bit cleaner. Thought I'd get that on there. The other thing that I've done is I've increased the bit rate of the video in output, so it makes the files a bit bigger for me, so it takes me a bit longer to get them remuxed. But I'm hoping when we zoom in and out, for example, you shouldn't run into the problem that I noticed on the recordings where, as I was zooming in and out, it would almost look like it was blurry. This may or may not fix the problem, but we can always play things as they go. So this episode, we need to do a little bit of housekeeping. So first thing we need to do, we're going to rival Russia because it's inevitable that we're going to end up in conflict with them at some point. They have a very similar amount of development to us. They have way more than anybody else in the game alongside us. Portugal in third is a pretty small landmass, so I'm not that worried about them. Plus they're our allies. Other thing we should do, because we have so much money burning a hole in our pocket, we need to deal with the fact that we're actually over our governing capacity. Going way over this has some horrendous effects, so we need to get this down now. A couple of buildings can help with that. The more expensive one is this state house. It is better on paper, glass, or gems. We're not going to be that discriminatory. We're just going to put it on all the ones where we get -5 or more. Then everything else that has any significance, we're going to throw a courthouse on. We don't have the capacity to build town halls until next level, but I want to start doing this now so that when we get to this point, we can upgrade them at half price, and we already have a bit of a start on it. So for these, we probably want to go all the way down to where it might be -3, which is a lot of them. So let's get them all clicked out like that. Mash, 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 mash. It's going to help so that we can finally then turn some of this territory that we have into states, because at the moment we have a huge amount of territory, but we don't have a huge amount of it as actually being a state. With all the development that we have, especially on the western side of our empire, we want to make most out of that best as we can. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to unpause, because I have not unpaused since I set the game back up again, and see if we've had any immediate changes. We do have a converted province, though. Let's start on... Oh, wow, we have a lot of provinces we need to convert. And our vassal has rebels that they've just defeated. Okay. So we're okay there. Eventually, we're going to want to annex our vassal, but I'm not sure it's time yet. They have some claims on territory that we don't have. Primarily up here. So I think we'll keep them around. We have to wait a long time for a lot of peace treaties to expire. It's this one here. So in terms of our options for war, we don't have that many that are directly adjacent to us that we can declare on. But in all honesty, that's probably not a bad thing. What we'll be looking for long term is a way to attack Russia on our own terms. Poland's probably going to get ruined by Russia and Bohemia collectively. Bohemia will ally us, which is interesting, but we don't want to do that. We're already at our limits of relationship. So who do we have any claims on? That's a claim, but it's on Austria. That's Austria. We don't have a huge number of claims left outside of France itself, and obviously these are in our vassal. Did Auvergne end up in a war with us? They did, so we can't attack them independently either. And I know in the age of absolutism, yeah, we don't have a way. I highly doubt that we would be able to core Basse-Poitou if we were to go and try and take it. I'm also worried as we start taking more and more France out. Yeah, that's land that Britain wants. So, well, they say it's strategically viable for them. They wouldn't be apoplectic if we took it, but they probably wouldn't be that happy about it. We don't have a claim on Augsburg, but we also don't have a treaty, so that would bring in Brittany, the Holy Roman Emperor, although they don't have any alliances really worth caring about. Bavaria does have a peace treaty with us, so we can't attack them. What's our peace treaty like with Spain? Oh, we don't have one, but we don't have any claims either. Huh. Attacking Spain might not be a bad idea. They have 78,000 troops. They hate us. They're behind on military tech. Portugal would not join, but they also wouldn't defend them because we broke that alliance previously. If Great Britain wasn't 1,400 gold in debt, they would willingly choose to join this war. Huh. But I bet, because they're a great power, I don't think I can pay off their debt, can I? Yeah, they're a great power. If they were not a great power, you can actually choose to pay another nation's debt off, but they won't do it. Do I really care, though? Because in terms of, like, Spanish colonies, there are a lot of them. But I should get so much war score from attacking Spain anyway that it wouldn't matter. And conveniently, I have just enough spy network to be able to do something like this. Do we have any Spanish? Nothing there. I could potentially feed it to my vassal if I wanted to. They have any? They don't really care for the Spanish territory though. They want French territory, which I mean, it makes sense. Like the culture match is better. So anything on this border that's worth a huge amount of development? That's 11, 8, 11, 10. That's 18. We'll put a claim on that then. We'll try and claim Barcelona. Maybe we'll try and take Catalonia. We could even, if we want to do, once we get to Diplomatic Tech 22, which is right around the corner, we should have enough options in here. We can't make a client state yet, though, can we? Anyway, I still think that's something we're going to do. And we are going to start by moving our big fleet over again to the Gulf of Almeria. Probably actually go to the Straits of Gibraltar so we can block that passing. And unless we have massive unrest somewhere that we can't deal with, I think we'll be okay. We do have some Tunisian rebels, so we'll leave a stack here. Have another stack go up there. Let's go into our unrest map mode. I don't remember which one it is. I assume it's under political? Yes, it is. Unrest. We don't use this very often. But yeah, all this red stuff is going to be separatists. These guys have separatists as well, but yeah, they're fine right now. Yeah, we don't really have that big an unrest issue. We're clearly going to have to keep a stack of troops, quite a couple, in Greece, just as a precaution, but everything else should be able to come over here without any difficulties whatsoever. How close are we to our force limit? We've got another space for 15 if we want to. We can move this stack over too. Okay, so I think we'll attack Spain. We do have a free diplomat. We're going to wait until we have our troops in a place that's a little less obscure and away from everything else. There's our 61 transports. We can use those just to kind of sit outside of a city that they have with a fort and just help with the ticker. Probably put it actually over here in Rosalon. Do that. And we'll just keep an eye out for where their navy is, because they still have a reasonably strong navy. But they aren't a great power anymore, are they? Oh, they are. They had a surprising amount of willingness to do an alliance break considering they're a great power, but not going to matter either way. We do have a conquest CB against Russia. Let's get some of our troops into place. Haven't seen any Spanish naval power whatsoever as I went down the coastline. That's exactly what I want to not see, as the case is here. And Gascony is just getting rid of their siege marks, or their stake burn, their stake char on their land, now that the rebels have gone away. Okay, let's go now, because I don't want to get attrition to death. We only have 102,000 manpower, but this should be more than enough. So, the knights being evolved, I'm just going to ignore them. Auvergne being evolved, we can just stomp on. They already have rebels, so they have no troops. France, well, that's convenient, isn't it? Because we can take some land off them. We can probably give it to our vassal, at least up here. We'll probably try and get these 3 provinces for Gascony. 20, 14, and 21. They are pretty high value. We might not be able to... we should be able to do all 3 of those at the same time. It'll be close, though. Let's fire this war anyway. We're going to try and take Barcelona. None of our allies will jump in. Oh, wow. Minus 6,487. That's pretty unwilling. Anyway. War's declared. There is their big navy against ours. We'll be fine. We only get a 50% bonus for galleys because of where we are, but that should be more than enough. We have far better naval stats than them. They have slightly more combat width, but their morale is pretty dismal. And they only have 3 heavies, so that'll be fine. So, first stack is going to go to Auvergne. This stack is going to go and sit on Paris. France only has 22,000 troops anyway. And then these 2 stacks together, although they're going to be fractionally outnumbered by Spain, should be fine. Which one to use the better sieging stack? Well, one stack only has 3 cannons in it, so we're not going to have them do the sieging. This stack can now come over to Dara. Alright. So the naval conflict in the southwest there should be an absolute cakewalk, and we stack wipe them. We gained a ship for good measure. We don't need this one ship. It can go protect trade. Go to Alexandria. It's fine. That's protected. Actually, let's go have it protect Ragusa. We're going to have it hide during war, just so it matches the fleet that's already over there. So we'll go and have it protect Ragusa and trade. How badly damaged is our navy? Not very, but I'm still going to move back to the Gulf of Almeria. Because we will heal while we're there. Gascony's already working on that. We'll have this stack. We'll have this stack sit in Labor then for now. Oh, they don't have enough troops to complete that siege. Fine, we'll come back and help. How many men do they need for this siege? 21,000. Yeah, they're not even close. Okay, we'll go back. That's fine. Our naval fleet is fully healed, so let's go back to the Straits of Gibraltar. I really like how dark the sea is on this mod pack. Makes things a lot easier to see. Sure. Hello, so you can have a seat in Parliament. I'm feeling charitable today. And Paris has already had its siege completed. Wow. I get it, it's only a level 1 fort, but yikes. And we can go smash the French army while we're at it. They still have a fairly good set of war stats. Well, that's just because it's France. So blood is thicker than water. We can either get rid of our military advisor, who is a +3 morale guy, so I'd rather not do that if possible. But if we keep him, we have a 1 in 3 chance of him betraying our trust and the knights getting all of our information in terms of mapping. Or he stays loyal and we can see the fog of war of the knights. Who cares? Like we don't care. If we want to go take out the knights, we can, but I'm really not that inclined right now. If they want to sit there with their 3 ships and attempt to blockade me, then they can do what they want to do. They're just going to get wrecked by any trade fleet I have that's currently up and about. There's a 54 stack and a 50 stack that's out. The 11 is not, because I'm worried they'll get sniped. There are all of Spain's troops, by the way. At least we know where that is. That is about 3/4 of their entire army. And we just captured a couple of transports. Whoopie-doo. Take those 2 and bring them over here as well. Get all the trade units together. France now has no army. So we're just going to split all of these guys up. And then autonomous sieging. Whoopsie daisy. That and that. And you can do click and enter. Click and enter. There's no shortcut key by default for this quest. That's why we have to keep clicking on them over and over. Okay, they should all theoretically split up once that is done and just take these as sieges. They don't have any other forts, right? Nope, France has no other forts. Oh good, we have fog of war on the knights. Who cares? 3% war professionalism, though, is really nice. If we can get to 80, I'll be very happy. Barmanis tells us about permanent navies, which means the price of naval supplies is going to be 50% higher until the end of the game, which is fantastic. Just means more money. And we do produce some naval supplies, so I'm okay with that. These 2 navies can now join up. 63 transport ships. A lot of transport ships. I don't know why they're just sitting in the southwest corner of their country, though, doing nothing. Don't really get it. Just letting us siege everything for free, I guess. Yeah, as you can see, we are now starting to carpet siege out France. Poor France. Most games, they do so well. This is not one of them. They're up to 100,000 troops, Spain. And we have rebels around the corner. Where at? Tunisia? Well, it's not really Tunisia per se, but yeah, we have a stack there. They're only going to create 17,000 rebels, so we have more than enough. That'll be fine. All of France is now sieged. Beautiful. And then this stack, we're not going to autonomously siege anymore. We are going to have you all come over to Le Bourg. And we've just completed the siege of Rosellon. Fantastic. Now, the province I was going to give to my vassal was these 3, right? Yes. Gascony. Gascony. And a hat-trick for Gascony. There it goes. Will you peace out now and save me having to wait until later? Yes, you will. It's 78% war score. Oh my word, people will hate us. We might have to dial this back just a smidge. What about if we don't take that one? People still hate us. How many nations is that really matters? If we look at this list. Is many of these guys going to be hating us forever anyway? I think taking these 2 will be fine by the time I start taking some Spanish stuff. War reparations, take some money off you. None of that is of any interest to me. Okay. People are going to hate us. They'll probably join a coalition, but we're fine. Still no real movement from that Spanish stack, I see. This siege is finished. I'm just going to see if they were following. I don't really want to go into that mountain, but I guess I don't really have an option but to do that. We'll put this stack in the mountain as well, and then we'll put a stack in the middle so that we can move to wherever they need to go. Are we willing to give some land to the burghers in return for tax base? Sure. Courthouses have been built. I'm sure these are going to have, yeah, an absolute ton of unrest. So we will probably be rebellion busting for our vassal as well. We can't attack that stack because of this fort. It's only a level 4 fort. This is a 6, it's going to take a bit longer. We should have a pretty good, yeah, so we have 4 benefit. Oh, hang on. Lots of things have happened. But hang on. Rebels have started in Tunisia. We'll just give them a splat. A general just died. Where did they die? It was here. With our stack of mercenaries. We can still get another leader, so we will. 5, 4, 4, 3. Very good. We will take that. We're not going to start carpet sieging yet, though it's too dangerous. They're up to 101,000 troops. We have more... Oh my word, another general just died. Oh, they were over here. Okay, well I can't recruit another one and put it on their stack yet. But I can recruit a general in general. A general. Who's 2612, that's okay. Not amazing, but not that bad that I feel compelled to re-roll it. Seriously, nobody joined the coalition. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody joined a coalition against us. Quite surprised. Now, how much do we want to take Auvergne? That is an Italian claim and a Gascon claim. Which state is it in? Not in a state that I have any territory in, so I'm tempted to give that to Gascony as well. Because it will cost me Diplo points later to annex them, but that means it's not going to cost me admin points. That doesn't really anger anybody any more than they already were. So I'm just going to do that now. There we go. Right. And that is cleaning... we're cleaning up the borders in this episode, I guess. And there are all of our courthouses. Lots and lots of courthouses. Once the month ticks by... Oh, there's all of our cores too. Sweet. The great project can be upgraded, so the Parthenon in, well, Athene, not Athens, can be upgraded, by which we mean we will actually have one. So if we do this, this province has less unrest, but it makes advisors in general cheaper, so we're definitely going to do that. We're even going to throw 4 stacks of gold at it. So that'll be completed soon. Oh no, the decline of the spice trade. An increasing amount of competitors has reduced the price of spices by 40% for the rest of the game. I mean, it's not good news, but it's not going to impact us in any way negatively. We don't have enough troops over here. How are we not getting enough troops over there? I guess we're going to have to move this stack over temporarily to help. Navarra siege has been completed, but we still can't come over here because we're being blocked by the Pyrenees. So we're just going to have to wait. Where is Gascony going with their 15,000 troops? Oh, we want to call Britain in now. I mean, we are capped out on trust and favours. Sure. It will dilute the amount of money we can get at the end, but it gives me an excuse to have all the colonies at war, basically, too. If we're not playing that game, but if they want to start fighting with each other, I'm okay with that. We could also bring Portugal in if we wanted to as well. But I am not going to do that, because Portugal will want land over here. And I don't want them to have it. Having said that, if we beat up Spain badly enough, they might just decide to declare war on them independently. Which, I mean, I would rather they not do that, but it's not disastrous if they do. If we look at our mission list while the sieging is going on, because I'm not that concerned. What are we waiting on? We need to capture parts of northern France before that can continue. All 5 owned provinces in southern Italy must have at least 25 development. What do we get for that? Just 20 years of more money? That's not even that good. Yeah, nothing in that line is permanent, so I'm not prioritizing that one. But yeah, that's capturing parts of France. That would require full religious unity. Easier said than done. And the pastors have to have at least 60 loyalty or higher, which I'm sure we could arrange that. I'm not that worried about that one. And then this one would complete automatically, but it would only give us 10 Republican traditions, so that's not a big deal. This is trying to capture the Middle East, which we're clearly not doing yet. Really, we're just jumping the gun and we're attacking Spain before we take all of the French stuff. Admittedly, not all of the French stuff is even being held by France anymore. But next time we war Austria, I'll have to try and remember that I want these 2 provinces. I mean, I want all of their provinces, but I'll have to try and remember to actually get that one. Oh, they've come over here to Burgos, which they can't siege by themselves, so I guess we'll come help them. I also don't want them to get stack wiped, which they're about to. Well, isn't that just swell? Is just what happens when the AI jumps the gun, because they're only getting a -1 penalty, and if you compare their actual stats, troops are relatively similar. It's just they have 33,000 cannons, so yeah, they're gonna get the Gascons absolutely obliterated. They're gonna look like they've gone through a shredder. We might be able to save them. They've been able to last long enough to not just capitulate. And we did. Most of these troops aren't mine, they're my vassals. We were able just about to keep them from exploding. But they lost about half of their troops, just a shade under. Their cannons at least are intact, which is the important thing. Finally completed this siege here. Down in Tlemcen. So I'm going to move one of these 2 stacks back. The other one I'm going to split in half. And we're going to start automating these to be taken. And then we'll start dealing with, like, Garb afterwards. Although, do I have a way of getting to these? If I do, I'm just going to have them automatically go there. I don't know if we do or not. I'll keep them occupied if we do. Still can't go over to the Valencia yet, because there we go. I was going to say the siege of Buenos was still going, but now it's not. And we can't get to Madrid until that one's completed, so we will sit in Aragon. We don't need our transport stack sitting there anymore. They can come over to the Gulf of Valencia to help with the siege. There's the big stack. So it's got 52,000 and there's still another 20 to go. Just got to keep an eye on it, because all of these, if we get too isolated, they'll be strong enough to take out a stack if we don't pay attention. But they're coming up the west side. But I'm not convinced, even if they sent all those troops over here, they'd be strong enough to dislodge us here in Burgos. No, we're looking alright. We're looking okay. Yeah, there's the big stack. What are they planning to do? They wouldn't get an attacking penalty if they attacked my stack here, because it's just grassland terrain, but it doesn't seem like they have a huge amount of priority to rush over here anyway. Might quickly siege Urgel, just so they can't spawn any troops there. And now we have a 78% roll to complete that siege next turn. Down at Valencia. It's only a level 2 fort, so it's never going to take a huge length of time. Especially because we're blockading it. There it goes. We still can't get to Madrid. Where can we go? We can go to Malaga. You've got to be careful with Malaga because that is a mountain. And I'm going to move... I know this... It's going to be a little bit annoying. We're going to move this one stack back, so that these two can start crossing over into Malaga as well. And you're going to come down and sit next to them. Again, on a mountain, so if they attack us, we will get into quite a lot of pain. Level 6 fort too, so it might take a bit of work. We could attack those guys if we wanted to. I think we will. We should be able to take them out before this 54k stat comes to their rescue. Yeah, look, our stats are just significantly better. This is a pure infantry stack too. Pure infantry. Nothing else. That is a terrible decision. You have 13 cannon. You have 3... These two are going to move over here so we don't get attrition to death. Thank you. They are going to try and de-siege. Which is, I mean, it's a little bit annoying. I guess we'll combine these guys again. And we'll have these two go take that stack out. I don't want to have to re-siege it because they don't get attritioned when they try to take their siege back. But if they do it and we try and re-siege it, we're going to have to pay with manpower, so I don't want to do that. So we're not going to. It just means this siege is going to temporarily not be ticking. So I guess we can move this other stack over. Just in case we end up trying to pursue these guys. And luckily they did not complete on that tick. Would have been very annoying if they did, but they didn't, so it's fine. We'll give them the old smackdown there. Not a stat wipe, but they did lose 19,000 cannon. Which is just horrendous losses. We could even start sieging Toledo. Yeah, we might as well. We'll still have the other stat go back to Granada, because mountains are dangerous. And Toledo is just grass, which is incredibly easy to work with. I imagine they're going to flee over here in the northwest corner. Because I can't get there. So that's where they're going to. This siege, nope, not completed on that tick. We're up to 49% chance on a tick, though. How many troops do you need here? 22,000? I'll keep both stacks there just in case. Financial reforms. Do we need to get any help reducing our inflation? Probably. Okay, I'll do that. We don't have anything that passively reduces our inflation, I guess. No, not at all. Huh. Pretty unusual for me. I usually prioritize getting something like that so I don't have to think about it. This game, I guess I never did. Also have my spies caught, so I might as well get some claims on Ottoman land. I'm going to get a claim on Constantinople. And what core are you in with? The state of Thrace. We'll get a claim on Erdene as well. And now we should... Now we're probably going to have people join the coalition. As soon as one does, kind of becomes like a conga line. Still not worried. There's no big powers in Western Europe anymore that I have any concerns about whatsoever. It just means if I attack one, I'm going to attack all of them. The siege has finally been completed, so I guess we'll go take it out. Oh, even the Mamluks are in the coalition against us. How cute. How much can they possibly hate our aggressive expansion? Oh, a lot. A lot, actually. I don't care if the Mamluks coalition, as the Ottomans will sit on them anyway. Yeah, we're going to have a big coalition against us, and it doesn't matter. Or at least it shouldn't matter. We may find that once our war with Spain ends, they might all chicken out as well. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Poland is still at war with Russia. It's not that high a war score either. I guess because Poland managed to peace out Bohemia. So it's Russia against Poland. I mean, Russia's got 389,000 troops. Like, they have a bigger army than anybody else in the game by an absolute mile. Too many liberties. They are exaggerating. Sacrifice 2 prestige for a republican tradition. Toledo has been sieged. There is a weak stack by itself over there, so we're going to try and take that out. Another conversion completed. We're up to 87% cohesion. It's not bad. I'll make sure, yep, they did get stack wiped. We should be able to split this in half. Madrid siege has been completed. Yeah, we're going to take this stack, split them in half, and then we still want to start blanket sieging all of this area. Like that. So you're going to do that. I'm not going to cut them too thin because they still have some stacks of troops hanging around. There's not anything that's gigantic, so we should be okay with that amount anyway. I'm going to sit over in Huelva with a stack in case the colonies bring anything in. Speaking of which, how are the colonies doing? They're doing better than I wish they had. So the western Spanish colonies are getting destroyed, but the eastern colony is beating the British. Mainly because the Spanish West Indies 34k stack is there. Yeah, if the 13 colonies get some help from, say, Newfoundland, that would probably be quite helpful. Where are their 55,000 troops? Oh, they're all over here. What are they doing? Like, you don't need that many troops on the west side. Why are they not over here saving the 13 colonies? Just stupid. I guess we can finally deal with the knights while we're at it. They only have 9,000 troops. We might as well siege them out and get the free war score. I still don't want to bring Portugal. I was thinking about it because I mean, their colonies would certainly help deal with the fact the English colonies are getting wrecked, but it's not that big a deal to me. Mamluks potential rebellion. We have a stack. I'm not that worried. How many troops is it going to be? 23,000? Pretty big, but again, still fine. The Ottomans are back up to 76,000 troops. Not worried about that. Malaga's siege has been completed. And we just stack wiped about 10,000 infantry. So that's pretty tasty. Yeah, they only have one stack of troops left, and it's hardly anything. I'm gonna sit my stacks in random places just to see what they do. Oh, bye, Navy. Thank you for a free transport I don't need. Gonna hide it in garb temporarily. So it gets out of the way. Not sure what's going on upstairs from the recording location, but it sounds like a bomb's gone off. And we play the same game we always play of which sea zone is the knights technically in, because I can never remember. Not that it really matters, but we'll do that just to say that we did it. More people are blockading us and we don't care. Oh, there's the stack. It's a pretty close guess. Gonna add all of this now to the things you can just start sieging territory. Thank you. And this stack is going to go over to Gascony in case they have a rebellion. And the Spanish stack has just been wiped. They are down to 12,000 troops. And Britain has finally decided to attend the mainland. That's nice of them. Yeah, the Spanish West Indies have a lot of ships. I don't really want to send my entire navy over there. But it would be nice. Oh, there's some 13 colonies troops, although they are still pretty outnumbered. We've got 2 free trade ships, I guess. Whoop-de-doo. You're also going to hide during war, and you're going to help protect trade in Ragusa. I guess you should be pretty safe now to go over and join the transport stack. Not that I'm particularly worried if you get shot down or anything, so... Portugal's declared on Kilwa, that's fine. What level C... I need 31,000 troops. Well, I have 32 over there, so that should be fine in a minute. You needed a lot of troops over there. I didn't quite realize how many. Great project can be upgraded. The Parthenon again. What's the difference between level 1 and level 2? Just more advisors available. Okay, we'll do that. Not going to spend any extra money on it this time. Again, don't need to. We'll move our main navy inside to the Gulf of Almeria. Now they don't seem to have any troops at all. And nobody seems to be going down to Agadir, and I don't really care, so it's fine. There's 12,000 troops. Let's go take those out, because that should be all of them. There's most of them. I'm not understanding what Britain's doing here, though. Like, why are they just bringing over one random ship at a time? I'm not helping them because it's stupid. Mamluk rebels have finally spawned. We'll watch them get smacked. And oh my word, I just looked at the time. Okay, long episode today. We'll tidy up the rest of this war next episode. Hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know if if it looks better. Let me know. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.